Good afternoon. The big match is underway. Southampton are playing Manchester United in the EFL Cup final at Wembley. Thousands of hopeful fans travelled up this morning for the much anticipated game. The team have only made it for the final once before, and that was nearly 40 years ago. Well, today Juliet Fletcher was with the fans as they set off from St Mary's.
Hope and anticipation were in the air this morning as fans gathered at St Mary's to listen to the Saints brass band ahead of the big match. They've watched Southampton make it through to the final of the EFL Cup without conceding a goal, and today could be the icing on the cake.
This is big achievement for Saints. I believe we can win the title. Even though it's going to be tough because it's Man U, but we can win Man U.
I'm so passionate about it because in 1976 at the FA Cup final I never made it, and I was only 12 and I fainted, so to make today, to see Saints back at Wembley is like the big one.
Virtually every game we play, every season we're in, we're always the underdogs, and well, when the underdogs win, everyone loves them.
64 coaches lined up at the stadium this morning ready for the journey. 30,000 fans are travelling from Southampton up to Wembley today for the match. Many of them got here early this morning to enjoy the party atmosphere before boarding one of the coaches and heading up to London. Saints have only won one major trophy in their history, and they lost the League Cup final once before in 1979. Fans hope the tide is about to turn. What are you looking forward to today?
Us winning 2-0.
It could be close, but I'm putting it down to a 3-2.
Hopefully we get the snatched points and get the cup today.
If it's 3-0, I'll be ecstatic, but really enjoying and making the most of the day, really.
A success would be an accolade for the city and would also mean a place in the Europa League next season. Juliet Fletcher, ITV News, Southampton.
Well, the latest news is that Southampton are drawing 2-2. United's first came from a free kick after 80 minutes. Zlatan Ibrahimovic was the scorer. It got even worse for Saints when Jesse Lingard made it 2-0. But just before half-time, Saints cut the deficit as Manalo Gabi Adini scored twice. For a round-up, of course, on our website. Well, in other news, investigations are underway into a sexual assault in Bicester. Police have released this e-fit image of a man they want to speak to about the attack on a woman as she walked along Chapel Street. A number of chickens have been killed in a fire that broke out on a farm in Sherlock Road near Twyford in Berkshire last night. Around 45 firefighters were needed to put out the blaze. Almost 9,000 runners have taken part in today's Brighton half marathon. Not only is the 13-mile race a key event on the local sporting calendar, it's also a major fundraiser for charities here in the south. Here's Derek Johnson.
A toot of the horn and the 27th Brighton half marathon gets underway.
The first time I've been allowed to, they promised me a gun, to be honest. I wanted to shoot a gun, but I've got an air horn. But no, a big honour to start the race.
There's a field of elite runners here, of course, but in the main, people are here just for the sheer fun and thrill of it, or to raise money for charity.
We've chosen Cancer Research and Macmillan. Yeah, I think it's quite close. The charities are quite close to us.
Nervous and cold.
Have you done many? Is this your first?
No, it's my first.
What are you hoping for today in terms of a performance?
Just finish the marathon, really.
You'll be pleased enough with just getting around the course?
Yeah, just finish the course.
Last year we raised in excess of £1 million for other charities, so we're just really proud of that fact also.
There's a separate youth race. It all starts with the wheelchair competitors.
Hope that today we can encourage even more people to come along. If there's someone in a wheelchair, any age, doesn't matter, they can get involved somehow in wheelchair racing.
Glory for the first runner home, but really everyone is a winner. Derek Johnson, ITV News, Brighton.
They certainly are. Well done to everybody who took part today. Looking very soggy there too. Will it be like that tomorrow? Let's find out. Here's the forecast with James Wright.
From puddles to paddling, driving through Europe. Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Hello, good evening. 1 or 2 bits of rain around today. Essentially a rather grey day, but I can assure you there is more rain to come during the evening, and then things start to dry out a little bit as this little weak system pushes away. It looks as though it'll be a generally dry night for most of us, and then temperature-wise, well, it looks as though it's going to be a chilly one. 5 to 7 Celsius, your low. That's because 1 or 2 breaks are set to develop during the overnight period. As far as tomorrow goes, then we pick up where we left off. It looks as though it won't be long before a couple of fronts move through. Some heavier bursts compared to others, and then into the afternoon the second little system shows its hand. You'll notice some of the showers on this rain band are turning a little bit wintry, certainly some wet snow and some sleet mixed in. Notice the wind speeds rather gusty around the coast, and that's why we're getting into rough territory as far as sea crossings are concerned. As far as what happens next, then lows to the north of us just circulating around each other, and what we get is a bit of a northwesterly developing, still rather breezy on Tuesday, hence the chilly temperatures. Hopefully some bright weather before some showers later on in the day. And then Wednesday, dry start, but it looks as though we'll see some rain showing its hand as we head into the afternoon.
Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Now the latest from Wembley, Man U 2, Southampton 2, and of course we bring you full coverage of the match on our website itv.com/Meridian. I'll be back just after 6 o'clock tomorrow morning in Good Morning Britain. Hope to see you then, but until then, have a very good evening.